has always made it a priority to control your home floor.
Spurs leading by 13. Now here's Parker. 26 points for him. Back to Jackson. Shot clock at 6. Over Durant. And no good. The dry spell continuing for him. And that record for the Spurs at home, Steve, 28-5 in the season. Good for the best Clark in the West.
That's why they were able to win the West with their strong play at home. Actually, they were tied for the best home mark overall with Miami.
Parker kicks to Blair. Duncan with his screen on the block. Back to Parker. Terrific design on the pick play, and he lays it in. Parker's got 4 this quarter.
Another inside bucket. They've got a huge edge in points in the lane.
That's what every coach preaches, inside out, reversible clothing.
Now here's the fast break. Parker leading the way. And Durant sends it back. And that'll be Oklahoma City's ball as it goes out of bounds. And here's the upcoming schedule for the Thunder. They'll be playing host to Portland for their next game. And that's the first game in a string of 3 straight at home. Thunder trailing by 13. Perkins with the screen for Harden. He feeds it to Durant. Money shot. Again, the Thunder score.
And what you love about James Harden is his passing ability. You know that he can score. He can shoot with range, can put the ball on the floor, get to the rim. But he's probably the best passer on the team as well, and he also has a great beard.
Parker kicks to Duncan. Perkins on him. Duncan, the pass to Blair. The second chance effort, and Duncan gets it to go in. Duncan's got 8 points.
He has such a great feel for how a missed shot is going to come off the rim. Really plays those angles well. That's exactly why he consistently beats defenders to the ball.
And James Harden, you said it, Steve, not just a scorer. He really, Clark sees the game.
Yeah, I love that about him. He sees and feels the game. Those are guys that just have a knack for being in the game.
Oh, look out.
Well, this fella can rise up there with the best of them.
Just a crazy finish, guys.
He's one of the few players with the athleticism to pull that off.
That was a nice replay, brought to you by Sprite. Parker kicks to Jackson. Back to Parker. Parker left side. Stolen by Durant. Out on his own on the break. Ibaka. This is to Durant. Can't get it to go.
The defense was ready for him that time, and they had to be. He is so powerful in the lane.
Jackson passes to Ginobili. Off the mark there with the three-point shot.
He certainly didn't take advantage of the poor defense, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
No, that's for sure, because this guy's too good of a shooter to miss that look consistently. Got such a good feel for his shot today, in a really good groove.
Parker against Westbrook. And Parker, here we go. And Perkins with the block. And now it's Westbrook running. He can go all the way.
Sweet finish there, showing you some major strength and the ability to sky.
I rode that elevator right to the top floor.
Explosive hops. I'll tell you what, he can really catch you off guard.
San Antonio calls timeout.
Kevin Durant is one of those guys we would call just a basketball junkie. Can't get enough of the game. You remember during the lockout, he made a name for himself in all those street ball tournaments and pro-am games. Fun for him and a great way to really embrace the fans, and he put on a show everywhere he went.
Seems like he went up against LeBron a couple times in some of those
I think they
venues.
did go head-to-head.
It's Ginobili with the drive. Blair. That falls. Nice feed that time from Manu Ginobili. Ginobili's got his 5th assist in this one. Maynard kicks to Durant. The rebound by the Spurs. Duncan's got 4 rebounds in this game. Going back to Durant staying active and connecting with his fans. That summer he dropped in on a college flag football game, I recall, Steve, in Stillwater, Oklahoma.
Yeah, how cool would that be to be an intramural quarterback and you get to throw the ball up top to Kevin Durant with those long arms. That's a pretty easy throw to make.
And good on the basket. Book it.
You know, if their plan was to keep going inside a ton, it sure has paid off. I mean, it seems like every bucket they get is in the lane.
Well, no reason to take an outside shot if you're scoring at will from inside the paint.
Sefolosha with the steal. Here's Ibaka.
What a throwdown there. Man. Call it hang time and bang time.
Unbelievable.
You gotta just shake your head on that one.
Here's Parker. Sinks the 15-footer. Parker's got 6 here in this quarter.
He's done an outstanding job all game long. Absolutely a great job of finding an opening against the defense.
Here's Durant, and Oklahoma City again with the bucket.
That jump shot's like a layup for him when the defense backs off like that.
San Antonio leading. Looking ahead, they've got the Jazz coming into town for the next game, and that will be the middle game of this 3-game homestand.
Yeah, and you know the fans out in Utah are hoping for a win. That's a big game.
Got a piece of it, and stolen by Maynard. And oh, here we go. Maynard's got it. The fast break chance to tie. Sefolosha's shot is good. Sefolosha's got his second bucket of the night.
I give them a lot of credit. They didn't quit when they were behind. They've really battled back here.
This has been a very impressive rally. The question is, can they keep the pedal to the metal, or will they run out of gas?
Now Parker, 30 points in the game. Lock at 6. Duncan dishes to Parker. Shoots over Maynard. Parker's shot is off.
He's laboring out there right now, guys. The shot has not been falling for him this quarter.
Kicks to Durant. So the whistle blows on the shot, and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
I think the thing that sets Kevin Durant apart is the fact that he's about 7 feet tall, and yet he's got elite shooting guard skills. I don't know if anybody in the history of the league has had his ability to shoot with range and to create shots with his ball handling at 25 feet. Just amazing.
Here's what San Antonio is going with right now. Steven Jackson checked in for Duncan. Green comes in for Manu Ginobili. And it's Mills in for Tony Parker. And a new group in here for the Thunder. Cole Aldrich, he's checked in for Collison. Jones comes in for Serge Ibaka. James Harden, he's checked in for Sefolosha. And Russell Westbrook is subbed in for Eric Maynard. Clark, going back to Durant's height, 6'10", 6'11", 7 foot, whatever you want to agree on. The Thunder have even started to play him at power forward in certain situations. He can bring the ball up as a point. He can play the 2 with his shooting. I mean, he's all over the floor.
What he brings with his package of shooting, speed, scoring ability, and strength is only going to enhance all of that presently and as he moves forward in his career.
And the officials signal the backcourt violation. Not very careful there. While we have a chance, let's now take a look at the teams that top the league in shooting from beyond the arc. Number 1, the Spurs.
You know, Kevin, they were absolutely fantastic last year. I mean, they demanded respect from behind the arc all year long. Very consistent and very disciplined in their shot selection. They knew exactly how to move the defense and move themselves to get quality looks from behind the 3. Point line.
And here now the Thunder. 3-point lead. Jones kicks to Durant. Takes it up. Shakes off the strong D and gets to the bucket for 2. Durant's got 14 points now in the second half. And that'll be Oklahoma City's ball as it goes out of bounds.
Well, let's take a look at how Oklahoma City ranked in the league last year. First in blocks, first in free throw percentage, and they were ranked 3rd in team scoring. This team knows how to score the ball. Entertaining at the offensive end.
And the thing that really jumps out at me when you talk about all those stats, Clark, is the blocks. Because number 1 in the league, obviously really protecting the paint. They had good length, a lot of depth, and the overall team defense, the rotations was really solid because we saw players across their roster blocking shots.
Duncan, the pass to Neal. Can they get it? Thunder with the rebound. Durant's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight.
They've done their part here to run down a lot of missed shots. A solid rebounding effort.
Yeah, I'm impressed. I mean, they're fighting for every loose ball, putting a body on somebody and going after the rim.
And he can't extend the lead to double digits. Spurs trail by 7. 2 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Here's Jackson. No good from outside.
I can't figure out, guys, what's going on with him this quarter. I mean, he hasn't gotten one shot to drop. The alley-oop pass right into the layup. Outstanding play that time.
Absolutely. The technique couldn't have been any better.
Well, that's two guys who really love playing together, and it shows on that play.
And stolen by Perkins. It could go. And as we end the 3rd quarter, a great game. Both teams playing well. It's the Thunder up by 9.
Next Monday night, Carmelo Anthony and the New York Knicks take on the Philadelphia 76ers. It's 2 Atlantic Division rivals. Be there.
Welcome back. 4th quarter action starting up, and we're going to send it over to Doris Burke for the Sprite Uncontainable Game segment. Doris?
And Kevin, for that great stretch the Thunder put together, they get the Uncontainable Game Award. Well, they went pedal to the metal to close out the 3rd, and if they can carry that on into the 4th quarter, you have to think they'll walk out of here victorious.
All right, Doris, thanks. And the run Doris mentioned, guys, that was really a huge game changer here.
No question, Kevin. Probably the pivotal moment in the game so far, and I thought that really set the tone.
You know, one of the things that was interesting to me is you could see the body language of both teams change at that point. Obviously in different directions. Confident and assured on one side and a bit of chin in your chest on the other side.
So with Durant sitting on the bench, this is who Scott Brooks has out there. Serge Ibaka and Kendrick Perkins are their physical front line. Reggie Jackson out there with Russell Westbrook. And it's Cephalosha in at the 3 spot. And Duncan with the basket on the assist by Parker. And that's now 10 points for Duncan.
How about the field goal percentage shooting this half, guys? It's gone through the roof.
The Thunder leading by 7. Feeds it to Westbrook. A little over a minute of the 4th quarter gone right now. Jackson jacks up a 3. That's good, and so Westbrook comes up with the assist. Westbrook's got 10 assists here tonight. So active. The Spurs shooting inefficient, 53% from the field. Jackson against Parker. Good on the shot. Parker's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Tell you what, he's had an excellent game, and they're going to have to continue to rely on him if they're going to come back.
Westbrook dishes to Jackson. Offline with his 3.
That's not his shot at all. Way too far beyond his range.
Perkins kicks to Westbrook. Jackson takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
Now that's how you execute an alley-oop there, fellas.
And with an exclamation point, too, on the finish, throwing it down hard.
What a terrific play on both ends.
Ginobili outside. He kicks to Jackson. Parker. Goes for the alley-oop. And the dunk by Jackson.
And the shootout continues.
Trading buckets both ways. I mean, offense definitely the focal point for these teams.
Westbrook drives in. We're in the 4th quarter here. Just under 2.5 minutes gone. Cephalosha misses. Spurs trail by 8. Parker with it. Westbrook picks him up. Parker kicks to Ginobili. Kendrick Perkins pulls it in. Perkins got 3 rebounds now in this one. Cephalosha dumps it down.
Did you see that?
Oh, we got to see that one again, guys. We got to see that again.
I need a replay. I'm not sure what I just looked at.
And the highlight reel replay brought to you by Sprite. Good stuff. San Antonio calls timeout.
Well, he looks like he wants to toy around with some of their sets and matchups here.
You know, I don't think you can afford to go through a whole game doing the same thing over and over, and you have to be able to adjust on the fly, just like he's doing here.
And now Doris Burke has an update from the sidelines.
Thanks, guys. I was able to hear Greg Popovich coaching his team during that last break. He is not pleased with the score and implored them to try to make a push right now, saying, "We don't have time, fellas. If we can't make a dent soon, I'll have to pull the plug." Pretty blunt, Kevin. Back to you.
Parker passes to Ginobili. Blair the screen. And Ginobili. Here we go. Here's Duncan. Here's Parker. And the rejection by Ibaka. It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. Back to Jackson. Oklahoma City moving it around. Shoots from the baseline. And it's Westbrook. That time on the assist by Jackson. And it's a 12-point Thunder lead. Parker against Jackson. Parker dishes to Leonard. The pass to Ginobili. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City.
Terrific defense at the rim. They got right in his path.
You know, that's part of what great defenders do. They get not only in your path, but in your head a little bit, too.
Jackson with it. He's picked up by Parker. Outside Westbrook. The three. That's good. Westbrook's got 7 now in this quarter.
They didn't get a chance to knock one down in the first, but the defense left him a look, and he nailed it. He'll make them pay when he's open.
Parker against Jackson. Parker off the pick from Duncan. They need this. Parker's shot is off. The Thunder leading by 15. Lobs it up there. Deft touch on the alley-oop.
They're really playing well at both ends, offensively and defensively, guys.
Yeah, it's been a complete performance, Steve. You look back on this game, it's one that you would hope to be able to build on.
The dish to Leonard. Blair, the screen. Leonard kicks to Blair. Parker, guarded by Jackson. That is good. That's 36 points for Parker.
Everything is working for him right now. He's been a huge factor in the quarter.
Perkins with a screen on Ginobili. Westbrook drives in. Back to Perkins. Outside Jackson. Fires from deep. And there's the foul. It goes on Serge Ibaka. That'll be his second foul of the game. Steven Jackson's checked in for San Antonio. Parker kicks to Jackson. Pass to Blair. He dishes it to Parker. Over Jackson. Parker's shot is off. The Thunder have gone 7 of 10 shooting the ball since the start of the fourth quarter. It's Westbrook with the drive. Back to Jackson. The three. The shot is off. And it's the Spurs taking it the other way. Parker kicks to Duncan. Jumps up. And it's good in the assist by Parker. Parker's got his 8th assist here tonight.
Looking much more comfortable out on the floor here in the second half.
Jackson passes to Perkins. He passes to Cephalosha with the lead pass. And it's blocked by Duncan. Parker against Ibaka. Lets it go from 14. And that one's good. Parker's got 38 points. And here's Westbrook. Ibaka sets the pick for Westbrook. The feed to Jackson. And he drew the blocking foul. He'll go to the line for 2. That one on Parker. That's good from Jackson. And the Thunder with some changes. Durant comes in for Serge Ibaka. And it's Harden in for Kendrick Perkins.
And you look at DeJuan Blair, just another example of the Spurs finding undervalued talent to add to their roster. He was a second-round pick back in 2009. A lot of teams were scared off because of some knee injuries, but Blair has stayed healthy and been very productive for the Spurs.
Harden with it, guarded now by Duncan. And Durant, here we go. And the basket good. Durant's got 18 points just in the second half.
I'm sure they'd like to get more shots like that one.
And you know, you take a look at DeJuan Blair, guys. I mean, his rebounding rate has actually dipped 2 seasons in a row now, but his scoring has increased. And as you guys said, for the 37th pick, he was a great get for the Spurs.
And another quick strike for them. No question which team is running the fast break better here today.
Absolutely. I mean, they've been lethal in transition, Steve. It's one of the reasons they're out in front.
Jackson dishes to Duncan. No good. Durant with some nice D. The Thunder leading by 14. Makes the alley-oop pass.
They're just getting better offensively as the game goes along, making good choices and getting high percentage shots.
And they're playing hard and playing smart too, Steve. They've just been very, very good.
Parker outside. Over Westbrook. Second chance shot. The rebound by Harden.
And they're struggling a little bit on the glass. They've got to pick up their physical play in the paint.
Yeah, it's about being tougher and more physical, just as you said, Steve. If they can do that better, they've got a chance to come back.
Shots good by Durant.
Starting to get it rolling, guys. That's 4 3-pointers for the game. 3 of them coming in this second half.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've had a number of empty ones, a long time without a basket.
They got to find something, you're right. Westbrook with the steal. And here we go. Harden heading to the hoop. And it's Westbrook. That time on the assist by Harden. Harden's got assist number 7 for him tonight.
I think the 2 most explosive point guards in the league right now, Kevin, are Derrick Rose and Westbrook. We just haven't seen the kind of point guards in league history with this kind of finishing ability at the rim.
Well, he does a great job absorbing contact, double clutching, and if he gets a good step on you, forget about it. He can throw it down with the best of them.
Here's Jackson. Dishes to Durant.
You know, guys, for years there's been a lot of talk about what to do about players flopping, going to the ground easily on a charge or a block. Not an easy solution for the referees to deal with, but something definitely needs to be done because it's grown to be, I think, too prevalent in this game.
Manu Ginobili's checked in for Kawhi Leonard. Kendrick Perkins, he's checked in for the Thunder. Ibaka comes in for Sefolosha. Ginobili, that's for 2. Off the mark, and the drought continues. Here's Westbrook, and again Oklahoma City with the triple. Well, as you mentioned, Steve, it seems that more and more we see players flailing around or going down too easy, but I don't know if there is an easy answer.
Well, I think the NBA's done a nice job of examining this issue and really giving it serious thought when it comes to possibly penalizing players for flopping. But it's a pretty difficult issue to figure out. A lot of things going on there.
Duncan, once again off the mark by San Antonio.
And that rebound pushes their margin to +5 on the boards. Solid job on the glass.
Well, it's just part of what they've done here to build this big lead, and it shouldn't be overlooked. I mean, rebounding is a huge part of this game. Boy, that's embarrassing, guys. He's going to have a hard time living that one down later when they watch it on tape.
So San Antonio goes with a fresh 5 on the floor. That bucket in no time at all.
They're down right now, trying to stay in the game with the 3-ball. They've shot a lot more here in the second half than they did in the first half. And I'm not sure I agree with that strategy.
Here's Jones. Trying to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. Now Mills. Shoots over Maynard. Leonard kicks to Neal. He feeds it to Splitter. We've got 1:23 left in the fourth quarter of this one. Here's Mills. That's good.
You know, in the NBA, you got to hustle on every single play, and they're not doing that right now.
No, you got that right. They're giving up second chance points left and right here.
Kicks it to Sefolosha.
You know, it's interesting. The perception of the 2012 draft class has been all over the map. Initially, it was being touted as very deep. And then as teams got a look at players over the course of the college season a year ago, they felt it wasn't quite as strong as they thought it would be.
And here's Mills from the arc. Rebounded by Sefolosha.
You know, even though he missed that one, great shooters have a way of feeling when they've got enough room to pull the trigger.
Yeah, not enough defensive coverage there to prevent him from firing that time. But, yeah, I think if he's open, he's got to let that thing fly.
Well, Steve, you brought up the draft class. There was the obvious strength of it up top with, of course, Anthony Davis, but it got a little murky after that.
Yeah, I think Davis is a clear-cut future star in this league. After that, a lot of very good players who, we'll just have to see them develop and see how they unfold as their careers go on. But I think the draft will ultimately be looked at as a very deep one that brought a lot of good players to the NBA.
Here is Cook. Here's Maynard. And again, no good by Oklahoma City. So no problem for Oklahoma City as they get the win. They put on a show tonight, thoroughly controlling each end of the floor.
Hey, what more can you ask?
And that about wraps it up for Clark Kellogg, Steve Kerr, and Doris Burke. This is Kevin Harlan thanking you for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. And now, Jordan presents our player of the game, Russell Westbrook.